I'm going to show you how to solve number 8 using matrices. So the equations that we were given were x plus 5y equals 13 and 4x minus 2y equals 8. I'm going to start out by just making the matrices. So to write the matrices, I'm just going to write a 1 and then a 5 and then a line. Here I'm going to make that one a little bit over so it doesn't look like a 15. 1 and a 5 and then a 13 and then a 4, -2 and 8. I usually start off by making this a 0, because then zeros are easier to work with. I'm going to multiply my row 1 by a -4 so that I can make this into a 0. So row 1 times -4, so 2. I'm just going to keep this row the same. So I'm going to add row 1 plus row 2. Put it in the row that I wanted to be 0, so I'm going to put it in row 2. I'm just going to leave that. But the next one, so I have my 0 right here, but I'm going to go back and look at my original matrices because now I have a 0. If I put that and that together, it would work out, but I want to skip that writing. So, but I know that I also need to make this into a 0. 5 times 2 I know is 10, and -2 times 5 is 10, and if I add those together, that would be 0. So, I'm going to rewrite. So I'm going to multiply this row by 2. I'm going to multiply this row times 5 so that they equal 10, and then I can subtract, and then it'll be 0. Then I'm going to add row 1 and row 2, and I'm going to look back and I'm like, I wanted this one to be the 0, so I'm going to put it back in row 1. So I'm going to add and put it in row 1. And then I'm going to rewrite this one that I had down right here. So I see that there's a 22 right here and a -22 right here. So I'm just going to divide both rows by 22 and rewrite it over here. Okay, so divide by 22. I'm still not done yet because I don't like that negative right there. So I'm going to multiply row 2 by a -1 to get that negative out of there. Row 2 times -1. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite this because that one's just fine. I liked that first row. So 1, 0, 3. This is the matrices that I wanted to end with. Remember, I wanted to end with 1, 0, 0, 1, and then any number. So this is the x value, and you can't see that. So the 3 is, so there's a 3, so we have 1, 0, 3 and 1, 0, 2. So the way that you're going to write your answer is you're going to write 3, 2. And that means your x equals 3 and your y equals 2. And that is your answer.